Hey, this is Pastor Kent, and I'm also an addict. This is Recovery with Pastor Kent, living with spiritual experiences. For meditation to be of value, the results must show in our daily lives. Basic text, page 46. In working our program, we are given many indirections from our God present in our lives. The clean feeling that comes of many of us talking and taking our fifth step. The sense of satisfaction we get from helping another addict. Meditation, however, occasionally brings us extraordinary indirections to God's purpose in our lives. These experiences do not mean to have become perfect or that we are cured. There are tests, gain nature, and the thing we are promising in Narcotics Anonymous as such experiences demonstrates in no uncertain terms. We have tapped a God far greater than our own self-esteem and self-will. But how do we incorporate that extraordinary power into our ordinary lives? Are any friends, our sponsors, and others in our cemeteries maybe more seasoned in spiritual matters than we? If they can help us fit our spiritual experiences into a natural pattern of recovery and spiritual growth. Just for today, I will seek whatever answers I may need to understand my spiritual experiences and incorporate them into my daily life. Our goal in Narcotics Anonymous is to become an acceptable, productive member of society. That means doing whatever it takes to do that. And sometimes we have to take time for ourselves. See, when I first came into Narcotics Anonymous, my sponsor told me for the first 6 months, shut my mouth and open my ears. That was a profound thing that he taught me, because it allowed me time to work on my 12 steps. Instead of dwelling in my past, I was dealing with my reality. At 6 months, my 6 months chip, I had a gun pointed to my head, and I was ordered life or drive me around to the bar tonight. Well, of course, course, I wanted to live, so I did it. You know, I never look back on that. You know, I never look back on that. You see, because I learned something in that. I watched him go from having 6 months. This is the man who saved my life. Okay? The physical man who saved my life, not the manifestation that saved my life, because God woke me up out of my drug induced coma. It wasn't him. And I went, and he's the one that called 911. He's the one that saved my life. And I had to watch him self destruct. That was terrible. And, you know, he never cared about this program. You know, if you're getting involved with this program because you have to, because of parole, or because of a problem that you've had, that's the wrong reason to do this program. Because when that's over and that pressure's off and that boiling point is gone, you will go back out. I've seen it. I worked with a man for 2 years. He was on probation. And the day his parole got expunged, guess what he was doing? He was in a bar getting drunk. So if you're doing this because you have to, it's the wrong damn reason to do it. You have to do it because it's the only way that lives. When I walked into Narcotics Anonymous, okay, I knew it was either I'm going to live or I'm going to die. It was that simple. I'm going around like this on a mouse on a wheel, and I was sick and damn tired of the merry-go-round. I was sick and tired of being put in that predicament. And constantly, at least 1,000 times, thinking the result is going to be different. And of course, I always call out, "Oh Lord, please get me out of this one, and I promise I'll never do it again. Only in a few days to go back and do it again." Oh, God knew that. And seriously, do you think he didn't know that? He knew exactly what I was going to do. You know, I could have died. I had a woman sitting next to me. She was doing good. She was doing her steps. This was on a Wednesday. And on Monday, she had overdosed on a drug and died. She was with us in the meeting Wednesday, and she died on Saturday. She was 26 years old. God, this disease is cunning, baffling, and powerful. It is horrible. I've seen more than my fair share of friends in the 2 decades that I've been involved with this program that come into this program and think they got it licked, only to realize that it kicks them fair in the balls. And they say, while they're sitting with their drug of choice, "How did I get here? Well, I wonder." You didn't do step work. You didn't call people. You didn't read the text. Okay, you didn't read the just for today. You know, how much money did I spend on my addiction? Thousands of dollars. I had a 300 a day habit in heroin and cocaine. I am not kidding you, man. I spent a lot of money on my drug. So when they said it was $15 to stay clean, you bet your skippy dippy whippy I did that. I have all the books. I have a treatment center that can help you. We do long-term, short-term treatment issues. We can Skype. We can do one-on-one confrontations. You can call me on the phone. You don't have to be alone. An addict in their own mind is a dangerous place to be because the committee of idiots start beaking and you hear all that negative stuff that people taught you, and you start hanging out with old friends and people, places, and things. You start glorifying your use. Yeah, these are all signs of relapse. You know, pick up the damn phone. Don't be such a whiny little baby. You know, I can do it myself. I can do it myself. Really? If you could do it yourself, why are you still using? Why are you in this predicament? Why are you still suffering with the active addiction you're suffering with if you can do it yourself? We just read in Just for Today. We can't do it ourselves. The most important thing that I remember about this program, I can't, but we can. The program starts out with step one, we, not I, not me, we. Step two, we. Three, we. Four, we. Five, we. All start with we. Only one that doesn't is 12. After having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we, not me, we. Remember, it's a we program. It's a selfish program. You have to cut yourself off from everybody. But when you cut yourself out of people's lives, you have to make new friends. I'm not talking about cliques. You know, click with 3 or 4 people, because if those 3 or 4 people go out, you're gone. You're gone because now your stronghold's gone. You need to contact with every single person in the room. Man with man, woman with woman. With the exception, if you're gay, you use the opposite sex, because that way there's no attraction for a love affair. Many people, many men that have helped women, many women that have helped men have fell in love, and the situation has been catastrophic. It's been a, a jump off the cliff, and one or both of them are no longer in the program. I can think of 4 couples like that. You know, don't do it, man. It's okay to date in the program, but you need to fix your baggage first. You know, if you're in a relationship, you need to get your partner to support you in this. If they're not willing to support you, then yes, you need to say goodbye. You know, if your partner's still using, you need to bye-bye, because that partner is going to get you out. They're going to say things like, oh, come on, just one more time. Just one more time for the road. Come on, you can do it. You have X amount of time clean. You can use again. No, you never can use. Once you cross that bridge, once you cross that threshold, once you cross that date line, once you cross that line, there is never any going back. You cannot take back. Ever say something in your life that you regret saying? It's very much like that. Once you cross that bridge to active, full-blown addiction, you can never go back to casual using again. Mark my words. God bless.